Introducing first from Orlando, Florida, Brittany.
TNA Knockout, Brittany making her way to the ring. This is Knockouts action here on TNA Explosion. JP along with the Professor Mike today, kicking things off, and what a way to kick things off.
Nothing like the Knockouts on Explosion, JB.
No complaints here, sir. Hello, Brittany. As she makes her way into the ring, her opponents coming out momentarily here on Explosion.
She's a killer queen.
Her opponent from Seattle, Washington, Madison, Rayne.
Well, these two have an interesting history, don't they?
Well, they most certainly do, Mike. Certainly, as we've seen, these two compete on the level of the knockouts. You talk about the elevated level of competition amongst the knockouts. Gail Kim, champion. Taryn Terrell now back in the mix. Madison Rayne, former knockouts champion in her own right.
But then when you take into the personal situations that we have seen these two involved with over the course of the past several months, it sort of takes it up a notch, makes it a little bit more intriguing. When Brittany first arrived in TNA, she was quick to point out how much she appreciated the in-ring talents, how much she had idolized Madison Rayne. But boy, things kind of went sour from there.
Well, they most certainly did. And you have a competitor like Madison Rayne, I almost say almost a veteran of the knockouts division now. Has been around for many years and has competed on a huge level. Of course, we were talking about British boot camp, and certainly Madison Rayne involved in the finals last year, was a tag team partner along with Gail Kim against the Blossom Twins. Now this year, we're talking about a lot of speculation on the knockouts, maybe a knockouts winner for British boot camp,
well,
too.
Come on, speculation, you got to give me a little
great talent
something
out there. I'll tell you what, a lot of scouting. The knockouts are asking me, said, could there be a winner from the United Kingdom to join us? That's a TNA knockout. I said, well, we'll see. The competition.
So that's all you're going to give us?
I don't know. The judges are going to make the decision, Mike. We're talking about a huge situation in the United Kingdom, and certainly as we're talking about the...
Well, hey, wait a minute. Isn't Gail Kim one of the judges?
She most certainly is, Mike, today. Gail Kim, one of the judges, and who better? I predict a future TNA Hall of Famer when we're talking about Gail Kim, first knockouts champion ever.
Agreed.
Current knockouts champion, and just like that, a roll-up from Madison Rayne on Brittany. And you can bet, although the competition is fierce, every knockout, here's a cover, is gunning for Gail Kim and all that comes with that knockouts championship.
Check out this backslide by Madison. It gets her a near fall on Brittany. You know, Brittany was the one who said, beware of meeting your heroes, because you're eventually going to be disappointed. That's how she framed the situation with Madison Rayne. And, you know, no less an authority than the Knockouts' Angelina Love. She referred to these two and their, well, awkward problems and situations as a crazy lady love fest.
Yeah, that's a hashtag crazy lady love fest. Look that up, huh? I'll tell you what, Madison Rayne now gets thrown into the ropes by Brittany, who comes back and now counters with a roll-up. Great move by Madison Rayne, cover. And just like that, is able to trap her a second pinning combination. And Madison Rayne looking to get the pin early. A third now, here's an attempt. And Brittany able to kick out. As Madison Rayne really taking her to school.
Yeah, beautiful. Flurry of offense with the repeated pin attempts, and yet another by Madison Rayne, but you have to give Brittany credit. Time after time, she's avoided the 3 count.
Tries there, able to get up, and this time obviously had much more of a difficult effort to get up there and try and get another pin attempt on Brittany, but this time stopped in her tracks.
Yeah, the first time the crucifix worked for that pin attempt. That time it was quickly countered and reversed by Brittany.
Can Brittany capitalize on it? She's going for the cover. 2, not gonna get Madison Rayne. More knockouts action when we return right here on Explosion. It's knockouts action right here on Explosion. Brittany taking on Madison Rayne. It's JP along with the Professor Mike today along with you. Certainly as we talk about the level of competition amongst the knockouts, everybody gunning for the knockouts champion Gail Kim. Great roll up out of a suplex from Brittany. Gail Kim, not only the knockouts champion, one of the judges on this autumn's British Boot Camp 2 cover.
So it's going to be Gail Kim, it's going to be Samoa Joe, and Al Snow?
Yeah, Al Snow, who's trained more wrestlers than just about anybody walking the planet. You got Samoan submission machine Samoa Joe, who will take no nonsense, and Gail Kim, who's the queen of the locker room. And of course, the ring as Knockouts champion. You have yourself some tough judges, but I assure you, Mike, today, the talent, the level of talent, bigger, better than ever. British Boot Camp 2 this autumn is going to be an incredible series. We're so looking forward to it.
Well, how about all the scouting trips that you've been involved in?
Up and down. I've been to everywhere. I've been to Swindon. I have been to Glasgow. I have been to Southampton. You name the cities, I've been there. Looking for the great talent, and they're out there right now, Mike, today, and they're going to get a chance on British Boot Camp 2.
Cannot wait to see that. And in terms of these knockouts in action with Brittany and Madison Rayne, importance of this matchup, especially for Executive Director Kurt Angle. Kurt always looking to see who deserves that next title shot, who deserves to move up in the rankings. It's one of the things that I really like with Kurt Angle in charge. It's a no-nonsense style. It's back to basics, but those basics are what is so important to TNA and professional wrestling.
No question about it. And there's a talk about the basics. There's just a basic knee to the midsection by Brittany. Counters now from Madison Rayne. Takes her out with 2 clotheslines, and now a follow-up kick to the midsection. Oh, and just a boot to the head.
Gonna try and set things up now for this bridging suplex, and no, just 2.
Madison Rayne knows what it's like to be Knockouts champion. She's been there before, but there's some fire in Brittany that you can tell, having never been to that level. That fire is now burning brighter than ever for Brittany. She wants it more than ever. And certainly now with Madison Rayne perched up on the second rope. Oh my! Heads up move, ducks out of the way of the cross body block.
Boy, no reward that time for the high-risk move by Madison Rayne. How big would this be for Brittany here? Side Russian leg sweep, quick float over.
Almost gets the 2, almost gets the 3 rather. A 2 count from Brittany on Madison Rayne, and now looking to follow up. Look out. Here she comes into the ropes. Oh, great momentum coming down. 2.
So close.
Almost had that. You talk about a move like that. Looks spectacular, but there's so much more momentum built up when you're able to add that extra something. And just like that.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
She's a kid.
Your winner, Madison Rayne.
And Mike, today it came down to experience right there. Brittany, the less experienced TNA knockout, took her mind off things for a second there as she's trying to capitalize on that, and just like that is rolled up and pinned by Madison Rayne. A smart move from the former TNA Knockouts champion, the Killer Queen, Madison Rayne.
Yeah, couldn't put it better. It really was the experience edge that proved the difference. Madison Rayne gets the win. Hard fought, but nonetheless, the W over Brittany.